Hi, my name is Cassie, and I've been a balayage specialist for the last 5 years. Has you or someone you know never gone to get a balayage and the results you received were not what was expected? Brassy, stripy, and damaged hair. Balayage is actually a hair painting technique that is meant to mimic how the sun would naturally highlight your hair. So usually soft and subtle and really warm tones. If you're someone looking for cooler tones, then balayage will not be the technique for you. Today I'm going to be using sites and sources from Jamie C. and Guy Tang, both famous balayage experts. My images used are from Google search engine. The key to a good balayage is a consistent mixture of bleach, good application, and styling the hair to show off the dimension of the balayage. So before we begin to paint the hair, we're actually going to make a consistent mixture of bleach. So you're going to use a powder bleach, such as this, and then a cream developer. So you can choose between 10, 20, 30, and 40 volume for your developer. I'm actually going to use 40 today because that will be the most powerful option, and our model here has really dark hair, so we want something really powerful. So what you're going to do is you are going to put the bleach 2-to-1 ratio into a bowl, and you can use your brush and just make sure you mix it really consistently. You want to make sure that there's no bumps or bubbles in there. You want it to be really creamy and about the consistency of whipped cream. So I'm just going to mix this really well. As Guy Tang states in one of his videos, you really want to make sure that you have a great consistency because this is what is going to make it easy to spread onto the hair. This is looking really good, and this is going to set us up for success with our painting. So now that we have the perfect mixture for our balayage, we're actually going to start hair painting. Start off our balayage, we are going to section the mannequin or person, whoever you're working on, into 3 different sections. So you're going to have 2 in the front and 1 in the back. As you can see, I section right here along behind the ear. So then you're going to take down her hair and you're going to section this into a 2-inch subsection. I'm going to start in the front because I want her hair to be lightest in the front, and wherever you start is where your balayage is going to be lifted the highest and the strongest. So then take the end of your brush and take a V section like so. When you lift it up, you should actually see a V in the hair. So it's about this big, right above the ear. I'm going to dip my brush into the bleach that I have mixed, and you want it to look like a ribbon just along the bottom of the brush. Now, lightly holding the brush, I'm going to gently begin to just paint like this. You want to start from a really small part to the ends. You want it to get bigger towards the ends. So, and just gently set it down. So it should look something like this. So see how it starts out a lot smaller and gets bigger through the end. Take another section right through the front, just the same, another little V, and you're going to do the exact same thing here. So just start up a little higher. You want it to be a little bit higher on the face, and just do that light sweeping. You want the consistency of the bleach to sit on top of the hair. You don't want to be able to see the hair underneath your bleach. So this will help with lifting and will help it from drying out. So, and then just gently set it down. So again, you have 2 nice pieces, one a little higher in the front. You're going to continue doing this throughout the rest of the head. As Jamie C. says, don't be afraid of heavy placement. Balayage is the most gentle approach to highlighting the hair. With traditional surface painting, keep in mind how much natural built-in low light you have. Okay, now we have our mannequin completely painted, and we're going to let this process for about 30 minutes. I'm just going to watch for her lift. So we're going to want it to lift to about an orange-yellow stage, and that'll give her a nice sun-kissed balayage. Now that I have shampooed out all of the bleach from her hair, I'm going to apply a heat protector, and I'm going to dry her hair to 100% dry, and then I will finish by styling. I'm actually going to use a curling iron to style her hair. As you saw as I was painting, balayage is surface painting, so we're painting on the surface, which means that curling it is actually going to help for the highlights to pop. So that is how I will finish with her style. In Tang's tutorial video on how to create beachy waves, he discusses the importance of the wave and how it helps to make the color pop. I hope that you now have a good idea of how the balayage process works. You now know how to do a balayage, including mixing the bleach, the application, and finishing with a style. I recommend, if you're going to try this at home, that you practice on a mannequin until you feel really confident, as paying to fix something like this can be really expensive if you don't get the results that you want. If you are to go see a stylist, you now know the right questions to ask, and understanding this process is going to help in having a better conversation with your stylist at your next service. Again, I'm Cassie, and thank you for listening to my speech.